and then earth gives out its vegetation. Just as man and woman, they both go to make, fulfill a purpose of procreation. Neither only male can procreate, nor only female can procreate, except Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam. But that was an exception by the command of Allah. But you need a male and a female for procreation. So this is everything we have created in pairs, that you may be admonished and reminded. فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ. So run you towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ. Verily, I am a plain warner from him to you. وَلَا تَجْعَلُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَٰهًا آخَرَ. And don't set up with Allah another God. إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ. Surely, I am a plain warner from him to you. كَذَلِكَ مَا أَتَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا قَالُوا سَاحِرٌ أَوْ مَجْنُونٌ. In the same way, whenever a messenger came to those who were before them, they always said, either he is a sorcerer or a madman, Majnoon. Atawasaw bihi. Had they handed over some legacy, those people of the ancient had given this will to them, that you should also say the same to your messenger, which we said for our messenger. Balum qawmun taghun. Nay, they are an transgressing people. Fatawalla anhum. So, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you turn away from them. Fama anta bimalum. You are not going to be reproached. If they are not believing in you, if they are not responding to your dawah, your call, no blame to you. You have to do your duty, and that's all. They will be blamed. They will be blameworthy. They will be caught. They will be seized. They will be punished. Ma anta bimalum. You are not going to be reproached. Wazakir. But go on admonishing. Go on reminding. فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَى تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Because if this admonition or reminding is not benefiting these people, it definitely benefits those who believe. Repetition for the mu'mineen, reminding and reminding and reminding, so that they are reminded again and again of their covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of their consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And I have not created the jinn and the humans except for the purpose that they should obey me, they should worship me, they should love me, they should adore me. This Friday, I gave this sermon, Friday sermon on this subject, this ayah. This is the purpose of creation. And I gave the Persian couplet of Shaykh Sadi Rahmatullah alayh. Zindagi Ahmad baraye bandagi. Zindagi be bandagi sharmindagi. This life has been given to us for worshipping and loving and obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I explained what is ibadah. Total obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Total. But with extreme love for Him. These two things go to make ibadah. Total obedience. You have love, but you are not obeying. This is cancelled. You are obeying but not loving. This is also cancelled. Because you obey even the tyrants, even the dictators, even the oppressors. Is obeying Allah like that? No. Obey Him. But this obedience has to be total. From the depths of your hearts. Out of extreme love for Him. Ma uridu minhum min rizqin. I don't want any sustenance from them. Wa ma uridu an yut'imun. I don't want that they should feed me. Inna Allah huwa ar-razzaqu dhul quwwati al-mateen. On the contrary, Allah is Himself the bestower of sustenance and the Lord of power and ever strong. فَإِنَّ لِلَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا ذُنُوبًا مِثْلَ ذُنُوبِ أَصْحَابِهِمْ. So those who do evil shall have their own portion, like the portion of their companions of the past. What happened to them will happen to these people also. فَلَا يَسْتَعْجِلُونَ. So let them not hasten it. فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ يَوْمِهِمُ الَّذِي يُوعَدُونَ. So woe to those who disbelieve for that day of theirs which they are promised. Surah At-Tur. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. At-Tur. By the mount of Tur. The Kitab-i Mastur. and by the book inscribed, fi raqtin manshur, in a parchment unrolled, wal Baitul Ma'mur, and the house always filled by angels. It is on the seventh heaven, the replica of Baitullah, that is on the seventh heaven, Baitul Ma'mur. Always, angels are circumambulating around it, just as, this tawaf goes on in the Baitullah al-Haram. But Saqfil Barfu', by the roof which is elevated, that is the heaven. Wal Bahril Masjur, and by the sea which is swarming. Inna azab rabbika lawaqi'. Now all these oaths are on this. Verily, surely, certainly, the punishment from your Lord is to come. It will come. Ma lahu min dafi'. There is none to avert it. Yawma tamuru as-sama'u mawra. Now a description of that. Zalzalatu as-sa'ah. On the day when the heaven will shake with an awful shaking. وَتَسِيرُ الْجِبَالُ سَيْرًا, and the mountains will move away with an awful movement. فَوَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. So woe on that day to the disbelievers. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي خَوْضٍ يَلْعَبُونَ, who in their vain talk are playing, not paying heed to what the messenger is saying, not considering it. يَوْمَ يُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى نَارِ جَهَنَّمَ دَعَا. But on the day when they will be pushed to the hellfire with a dreadful pushing. هَذِهِ النَّارُ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ بِهَا تُكَذِّبُونَ. This is that fire which you had been belying. أَفَسِحْرٌ هَذَا? Is this a sorcery? Is this a magic? أَمَنْتُمْ لَا تُبْصِرُونَ. Or are you not seeing it with your eyes? إِسْلَوْهَا. Now enter it. فَاسْبِرُوا أَوْ لَا تَصْبِرُوا. Then bear it patiently or don't bear it. Go on crying. سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْكُمْ. This will be equal to you. إِنَّمَا تُجْزَوْنَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Surely you are being rewarded and recompensed for what you used to do. إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي جَنَّاتٍ وَنَعِيمٍ. On the other hand, the God-fearing people will be in the gardens and bliss. فَاكِهِينَ بِمَا آتَاهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ. Rejoicing in what their Lord will be giving to them. وَوَقَاهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ عَذَابَ الْجَحِيمِ. And their Lord will save them from the chastisement of the hellfire. كُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا هَنِيئًا. Eat and drink pleasantly. بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. For what you had been doing. مُتَّكِئِينَ عَلَى سُرُرٍ مَصْفُوفَةٍ. Reclining